so I did get the audiobook. Excuse you.
Fucking goddamn people next door.
Shut up, Win! Beeps did science. I don't want to address it.
Oh, might just be penises.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the death of Wrap-Up Roulette. Hey, y'all. It's Chelsea.
Beeps.
And we're here with another round of Wrap-Up Roulette. This is going to be for the month of February. This could possibly be the last Wrap-Up Roulette. The last one really flopped, and I'm not here to torture myself for no reason. So if you want these to continue, y'all need to watch them. You need to like them. You need to share them. You need to subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this thing going. I read 21. This was the year I said I was going to slow down, and I still read 21 books. I have a variety of ratings this month. I did a lot of rereading this month, so we'll just hop right in. Did I read House of Sky and Breath again? Yes. Yes, I did. And I gave it 4 stars again. Why did I read this again? I don't know.
Because you're you.
I don't know why I read this again, but I did. I followed that up with A Court of Thorns and Roses. I gave this one a 3-star, which really caught me off guard because typically this is a 5-star read. I did this on audio this time, and I really don't like the audiobooks. Or maybe I'm just not a fan of book 1 anymore because we all know Tamlin's a bitch. I want Beeps to read these. Comment down below if you want Beeps to read these.
I'm not reading it.
She won't read my books, but I read Fever House for her. And I gave it 3 stars. As opposed to Beep's 5-star.
It's a 5-star book.
It's a 3.
She doesn't like hardly anything, so don't listen to her opinion, okay?
I did listen to this on audiobook,
give
though.
Give it a chance.
And the narrator for this audiobook, I hate so much. They mumble, they're so monotone. She tried to, what did you try and get me to read? Black River Orchard, and it's narrated by the same person. So it's like, if it's a Beeps pick, it's shitty narration. So if you're interested in this, go ahead and pick it up. I would just suggest staying far away from the audiobook. Don't do the audiobook.
By the way, I am reading Black River Orchard as we speak, and I'm kind of in like the 400 pages right now. It's almost like, I think, 700 pages, but right now it's really good, so I think you should try to pick it up. Hi, twin. I know you're reading it.
Next up was Lonely Castle in the Mirror. This was another audiobook. I really enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars. It's very The Breakfast Club meets Studio Ghibli with a sci-fi twist. Very good. I cried.
That all sounded good except the sci-fi.
It's like right at the end, and it's not sci-fi in the way you think it, like they don't go to space, but it has like weird kind of sci-fi-ish type vibes. Don't listen to Beeps. Pick it up. Please read it.
No, I assume it's good. I mean, a lot of people I know like that book.
And also this cover is superior to
gorgeous.
the other cover. I don't like the other one, but this one, thank you, Beeps. Cover. This one was from Beeps.
Anytime, baby.
I'm so tired of holding this 2.5-pound book. I cannot even tell you. So I read this twice at the same damn time. I did. I read it physically when I got it. Like, look at all these beautiful tabs. But I obviously couldn't read this physically while I was at work. So I did get the audiobook. Excuse you.
Fucking goddamn people next door.
Shut up, Win! He's making my eye twitch. Should we bring him in here? Should he be in the video?
I told you to bring him in.
Fucker tried to bite me. Hi, Win.
That's Win. He's a hoe.
No, baby. I'll just do it. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Knock me out.
This is going to be the worst video. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the death of Wrap-Up Roulette. So I was reading this physically, but I was so desperate to read it while I was at work and couldn't that I got the audiobook. So I would read it physically and then I would follow behind on the audiobook, but I didn't get further ahead in the audiobook than I did physically. So I did read this twice at the same time. And after all of that work and trouble and excitement, I only gave it 3 stars. Just give me the next fucking ACOTAR book already. Like,
it's because his books suck.
I was very let down by this one, but I feel seen because I'm not the only one. Like, it's not a me thing this time. Like, people out there agree with me that this one was just not the best. It was not the best. Next up, I read I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Right, that's what I call it. Yes, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I gave this 4 stars. I knew that this was going to be sad. I went in knowing that it was sad, but I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't prepared.
You're not prepared for the ending.
I did vlog when I read this. I don't remember which vlog it was, but I cried like through the last 25%. Like it was sad.
It's a really good story. You should pick it up.
Definitely recommend. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, it's a good book.
In our family portrait, we look pretty happy. Let's play pretend, act like it's naturally. Remember that song by Pink? I don't want to address it.
Okay, well, I don't know it like that, but
I read On a Sunbeam. I unhauled this. It weighs 4 tons, I swear to God. I gave it 3 stars. There is no reason it needs to be almost 550 pages long. Absolutely no reason at all. Hardly anything happens. Like, even as far as like the character development, there's hardly any. Like, it doesn't have a lot of substance. It could have been 110 pages.
Your mom's gonna like this vehicle.
Hey, Hugo. The next book I read was Strong Female Character. This was a memoir. I listened to this on audiobook. It was a 3-star. It was fine. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite thing. Next up, I read Green Fuse Burning. This was an ebook. Gave it 3 stars. I loved the queerness and I loved the writing. I just needed more of something. I don't know what, but I will be reading other things from this author in the future. I read A Court of Mist and Fury. I gave this 5 stars. I always give this 5 stars. I can't wait to tackle this for Moss 101 because the tabs, they're going to be tabbing. And obviously I couldn't read Akamath and not finish the trilogy. So I read this one immediately after. I gave this one 4 stars. I feel like it's a solid ending to the trilogy, but keeps the world open enough for obvious expansion. I want Beebs to read these so bad. Please.
You know, every time you say Akatar, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
Pitch Perfect, where she's like, Aka, excuse me?
The next book I read was Ian Hollow. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I got this as an e-arc through NetGalley. Thank you, NetGalley. I gave this 4 stars. I found this to be an incredible Frankenstein retelling, and I did cry and cry and cry. Beebs saw me cry. That was when I was on my period. No, but that's when I was on my period, and I was like really fucking sobbing. Oh. Just like, that you cry all the time. I don't remember which time is which.
And it's not because of me, y'all. She don't cry because of me, so don't think that.
I cry because of me.
Yeah. I'm not mean to her by any means. They're gonna be like, why is she making you cry? Like, hey, you better tell them. I don't make you cry. I know.
I read The Raven Boys. I gave this 3 stars. In my defense, I did try to read this several years ago, and I DNF'd. But I really felt like I was missing out on something here, so I gave it another try. And also, Twin loves it, so I gave it another try for the Twin. I was sorry to disappoint. It just didn't work for me. I just don't really care. I really like Blue and her family. I really don't care about any of the boys. Like, and there was so many of them introduced so rapidly that they were basically just one, like, blob, like one boy blob, and I wasn't on board. Yeah, it's like 4 boys, but like they have no defining characteristics, where it was like they might as well just be one.
Might as well just be penises.
I won't be continuing on, but I can see why, like, it's such a beloved series. It's just not one for me. The penis boys. Look at his ears. Look at his ears. Well, if you didn't cry like a little bitch, you wouldn't have to be in jail.
In jail.
The next book I read was Rivka. Please forgive me. if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I never rate poetry collections, but this one deserved every single star. I gave it 5 stars. It was so good. It's written by someone who's from Gaza.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it goes into all of that. It was so good. I think everyone should read it now more than ever. 5 stars, which again is saying a lot for me because I never rate poetry. The next book I read was Feybound. This was another 3-star for me.
Everybody's like,
yeah.
crazy.
The thing is, like, I'll get the sequel from the library. Like, I think it's just a duology, so I'll continue on with the series. And while I really didn't care about like the story itself, I love the diversity. Like, there's queer and disabled people all throughout, but they're not there just for the sake of being there. And there's no like coming out stories or characters dealing with like inner turmoil. Like, they are literally just existing and living their lives. And it was just so refreshing.
Snoring. Fell asleep. That's funny.
Sorry. So I loved the representation in it. I just really didn't care about anything else. Little intermission while Beebs went and got the goods. The next book I read was Goodbye Things. I picked this up because I'm into the whole like minimalism thing. I like reading about it, so this was one of those. I just got it from the library. I gave it 2 stars. I hate the man who wrote it. Like, I hate him. And if you've read the book, then you will know. My favorite quote that I feel just perfectly sums up the book and what you're going to find in it is he says, "My girlfriend dumped me, and I think it's because I'm not a good enough minimalist." And like, he quotes Fight Club like every chance he gets, and he's totally obsessed with Steve Jobs and Apple products, and I was not on board, so I gave it a 2-star.
Pick your poison, baby.
This is what we got. No win. Beebs did science.
I concocted stuff.
This is just shit from our fridge. Oh, I don't want either one. You have to pick.
Don't smell it.
You can't hand me something like this and expect me not to smell it. I don't wanna.
Just 1, 2, 3 it. Just 1, 2, 3 it. That's the only way you're gonna do it. It's pretty putrid, y'all. I feel actually really bad for these.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
I don't want to.
Come on. 1, 2, 3, go. Down it. B. Come on. Hold your nose if you have to.
I hate this. Why? Oh, God. It's like, tastes like my tomato basil shit and something else.
It's tomato, basil.
So it's pasta sauce.
We have like this cheese dip.
The queso.
The queso.
That's why it's spicy.
It was a little bit of sour cream. Lemon juice. No, lime juice. Yeah.
Do you have any water?
No, you want my beer?
No.
Well, tough shit.
There's water over there.
That's my water.
The next book I read was Mimi's Tales of Terror. I gave this 3 stars. This was fine for a Junji collection. It's just I had already read all of these, so I was really disappointed by it. But I mean, if you're just getting in to Junji Ito, I feel like this isn't a bad place to start. The next book I read was Queens of Noise. I gave this 2 stars. I don't have anything nice to say. I vlogged while I was reading this one as well, if you want to go back a video or two to hear all my thoughts, but it wasn't a good time. I didn't like it. And I have a feeling I'm going to like that even less.
Show them that one. Oh, fucking sick! That legit looks like somebody puked.
Ew. This one looks worse than the other one.
Yeah, by far.
But like there's like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's ketchup or jelly. I hate this so much. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know, but I don't like it. You put my coffee creamer in there?
I did! Yeah, I did coffee creamer, ketchup, sour cream, something else.
Ugh.
Oh, what?
It's foul. Can I please have some of that water?
Yeah.
Not that one.
It's water. Water's water.
Soup's water.
Water's water.
Then give me yours.
No, that's mine.
The next book I read was Into the Dark. This is book 5 of the Magnolia Parks universe. I gave this 5 stars. I love this series, and I don't care what anyone says. I know that these covers are god-awful, but I'm not paying an arm and a leg for the other ones, so it is what it is. I love it. It was the best $1.20 I've spent in a really long time. And the last book of the month was Tea Dragon Tapestry. I've been looking for this book for months and months and months, and I finally found it out in the wild. I gave this 5 stars. I sobbed so much, and Beebs laughed at me so much. And that was it. That was all. 21 books for February, and those nasty concoctions. Please like this video if you liked it. Talk to me down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next week for a new video. Bye. Do you want to say bye? Bye.